PDN News Updates. Here is Jarek Sablon from our PDN Newsroom. This is brought to you by our sponsor, KFC Guam.
The Guam Waterworks Authority wants to gradually bump up employee pay at a total cost of about $8.85 million annually to compete with other employers that are luring away GWA staff. Pay increases will be spread out over the next 5 years if the Consolidated Commission on Utilities gives the approval. Those increased staffing costs are factored into the significant water rate hikes GWA is seeking over the next 5 years. About 842 acres of land near a former bomb disposal site in Yigo are being eyed for investigation by April 2025, but the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is still seeking property owners permission to investigate their land for contamination. Army Corps officials on Tuesday answered questions about the effort and helped residents fill out forms, part of a 2-day outreach event held at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church in Yigo. Overlooking the pristine Anao cliff line just south of the back gate to Anderson Air Force Base, the Lupug area of Yigo was used by the Army as a bomb disposal site after U.S. forces recaptured Guam from Japan in 1944. It's now known as Area 101, a formerly used defense site, and the Army Corps wants permission from property owners to investigate their land for contamination. A man was sentenced to 25 years in prison for the rape of 3 minor girls over a span of 9 years, and the Attorney General is seeking the convict's deportation to the Philippines. Ambrosio Boboy Teves, 57, was given a 25-year jail sentence for the rape of an 11-year-old and 2 12-year-old girls. Presiding Judge Alberto Lamarena III gave him the maximum sentence. Teves pled guilty to first-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony. On Tuesday, Attorney General Douglas Moylan said Teves is now on the deportation list back to the Philippines and is working with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for a detainer. The government of Guam's fiscal 2025 budget hearings got underway Tuesday, with Guam Community College being the first agency up for review. GCC President Mary Okada presented a budget request of $22.78 million, which she said is a rollover budget that mirrors what they asked for in fiscal 2024. She told senators she finds it difficult to ask for more funding when enrollment decreases and cited economic conditions for the decline. When jobs are available, people go to work, Okada said. Attorneys for the Office of the Governor want Attorney General Douglas Moylan removed from ongoing investigations and prosecutions launched against 22 Government of Guam agencies that his office represented until recently. Briefings filed with the Supreme Court of Guam Tuesday argue that the investigation of 20 government agencies and ongoing prosecution of 2 agencies, all of which previously acted on advice from the Office of the Attorney General, began without the AG putting up required screens against a conflict of interest. Moylan has argued that the requirement to guard against a conflict of interest does not apply to his office. That's because the AG's office is tasked by law to handle both prosecution and representation of the government, the AG has asserted. The U.S. Department of Interior approved a grant that would fund membership dues for a program that helps Guam students attend more than 160 schools on the West Coast and receive substantial tuition savings, Delegate James Moylan and Vice Speaker Tina Munoz Barnes announced in separate statements. Moylan said the Interior approved $399,300 to the Western Interstate Commission on Higher Education for the membership of U.S. territories such as Guam and the freely associated states. This is intended to support the membership dues for students from Guam, American Samoa, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and Palau. For more of these stories, log on to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.